Pretty test one. Good morning, committee members and other parties of interest. This is the evaluation committee meeting for RPS 25-00021, miscellaneous parks, architectural engineering services. My name is Connor Fletcher and I am the senior buyer for this project. This meeting is being held in part by means of communications media technology and has been publicly noticed. Active participation will be for committee members only. Provisions have been made for any member of the public to access this meeting. The recording will also be available after the meeting has ended. Be advised that the code of silence is still in effect. All meetings and correspondence must include the meeting. At this time, I will ask each committee member to introduce themselves for the record, beginning with the committee chair.
Samantha Phillips, Project Manager, Conservation Environmental Lands.
Jason McKenzie, Park Planner and Development Manager, Parks and Recreation.
Hillsborough County Architect of Capital Programs.
Thank you. On February 7th, 2025, we received a total of 14 submissions. The committee will evaluate, discuss, and score by consensus the submissions received. Each submission is to be evaluated based only on the information provided in their submission as it correlates to the requirements and evaluation criteria set forth in the solicitation. The evaluation committee chair will lead the discussion for the scoring. After each category is discussed, the committee will state a final consensus scoring agreed upon so that I may record it in the scoring spreadsheet. After the conclusion of the scoring, I'll verify the scores with the committee. Samantha, please.
We'll just start from the top with Globetrotters. With the first section, ability of firm and its professional personnel. I gave them initially a 27. Do you want us to go around and give our points and then say, okay, hey, are we different?
I would suggest that.
Okay, so I gave them a 27 initially.
It's locking up on me. All right, there it is. I gave them a 29 initially.
I gave her 25.
Okay, there we go. So I gave them a 27 just because I felt like they had a good team. With some good backup. Arena, I think that's how you pronounce it. We've worked with them before, good. I thought their team was large enough. Most of their team had decent experience. Some parks projects, but a lot of large scale projects as well, so. Maybe 27.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can go around. It's similar to Sam. A lot of the get backups, all the stuff we worked with before. Lots of large scale vertical structures. That was the reason I felt like they had a 29 score on that.
And there's transportation engineers and other engineers highlighted in their summary, and that I accomplished. Well, yeah, so I.
Okay. Did anybody see if they have a local office?
And that is another thing, local professionals at question mark is one of my notes.
I didn't see a local office. I mean, I saw some of their staff.
Orlando and.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I did have that noted down.
Yeah, and some of their employees have worked in projects in Tampa.
And of course, the
But-
consultants are.
Yeah.
They have Hillsborough experience.
Right, yeah.
That's.
I'd say 27.
I can look at it. I can look at it.
Okay. All right, moving on. Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type. I gave them a 12. Jason.
My notes are good, sorry. I actually gave them a 27 because they had a lot of, they had parks, there was cargo parks, right? This is the parks of summer sizes. Yeah, I gave them 27 on that one. I was smaller than that.
Okay.
And I also give them 27 because they have parks experience, but most of their experience is construction management, design build, And I'm not sure if you're looking for that, they're consulting. So I could not go with the 30 to 36 with that. They have a lot of project examples, so I switched to my son, to lower to 6.5.
Well, I noticed a lot of projects were a lot of renovation projects. There was a lot of ones that were upgrades too, which makes sense considering most projects listed for Chicago are more structures. So
Yeah.
still some. So they had a lot of that, ADA, that construction part of that, which is why I felt like they had a lot of things. That's why I went 27, but
Okay, well, I'll come up. That's fine. I understand now. But the reason that I kind of scored them lower was because a lot of their similar projects seem to be under one large renovation bid kind of. And most of it was, I mean, some of them, like you said, was ADA upgrades and things like that, but a lot of it was, like it says here, like window replacements, interior, exterior finish restorations. And just, I felt like they could have added a couple more larger scale projects than that. But, you guys were 27. Can we meet at like a 23?
yeah, I can go with that.
Are you happy with that? Okay, 23. Okay. Firm willingness and ability to meet scheduling and budget requirements. I gave them a 12.
I did also.
All of these demonstrate that. And she depends on how it actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
it demonstrated all okay.
Effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 9. Would you offer that?
10.
We give them a little bit more because they had more free available time for most of their staff in the later part of this year. So I gave them 14, but that was the only one. I mean, this is purely based on what they show on the.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see where they're, so a lot of the projects are ending.
Well, yeah, and at first when I was doing a little bit of review on the proposals, I was thinking, oh, 25, right? June 25. For some reason, that seems so far away. And I was like, by the time we get this awarded and whatnot, that's actually not that far.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay, so let's do. Let's do 11, if you guys are good with that.
Yeah.
Connor, can you let us know right now if they've had those points?
Okay. The Globetrotters, ability of firm professional, criteria 1 was 27. Firm's experience, criteria 2 is 23. Ability to meet score and their schedule and budget is 12. Effective firm's recent current workload is 11. Economic development bonus points, they were awarded 0 points for volume of work based on section 3.10 of contract terms and conditions. They were awarded 5. And then for past performance, score accordance with section 3.9, they were awarded 3. That gives them a total of 81.
Right, let's move on to Fleshman Garcia. Just give me a second, I'll pull up that proposal.
So not as long.
I just pulled up, but it's a larger document, so it's taking just a second.
Well, yeah, you can also see how much going on.
Spinning.
You can see it over here.
Okay, mine's loaded. There's good.
Yeah, I got my scores up. I'm good.
Okay, all right. Okay, so for ability, affirmative, professional personnel, I gave them a 28.
This is for flush and Christie.
Yes.
I did for 30 actually.
There's an 31, we have those sub-consultants which are totally, a lot of experience.
Yes.
So those go for me. Length of experience from all professional years, so I would also quite high. Yeah.
Okay. I'll come up and I'll meet you guys at 30. That's good. We could do 30 or 31, like you said. I thought they had great subs. You have a good capacity. Their experience is really nice. Lots of Hillsborough County projects.
You figured 31.
Okay, let's do 30. All right, firm's experience.
1 second.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna mute this 1 second. We're not discussing it. We're back.
We're gonna go back real quickly just to Globetrotters, and just make it clear that reference checks were performed and reference checks were completed. All right, back to Fleshman Garcia. Reference checks were also completed. Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type. I gave them a 31.
I had a 32.
31. All right,
That works for me.
31.
Again, it's the reasoning, if you want to discuss it, same thing, they have a lot of work.
Yeah.
They have done. And they're very local,
Yeah,
that's very relevant.
noteworthy. I don't know if we can mention this, but their reference checks were amazing.
Reference checks were part of the proposal. So you can discuss.
Okay. Okay. Next, firm's willingness and ability to meet scheduling and budget requirements. I gave them a 2. Or a 2, a 12. A 2. I gave them a 12.
I had a 13.
Okay.
11, but I can say.
Well,
Are we after 12 then? Okay.
Any noteworthy reason why you said 12?
I gave them a 12 because I thought that they had a good approach to cost control and, just that it seemed like they would be on top of tracking internal budgets.
My points were more for their scale of it. It was part of it, not so much for the budget.
All right. For effective firms' recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 12 again. I gave them 11.
Okay, so.
So, we're all gonna say, so I can live with 11.
Can you live with 11? I mean, I like the visual representation. I know that they had to provide that, but, again,
Yeah,
what?
I mean, yeah, they're pretty much average on pretty much across the board.
Yeah.
All the shows, some of them
Yeah.
just stand out differently, but
Yeah.
other than that.
Well, and another thing is, you know, when you're looking, I know that proposals were submitted a while ago, so like they show all the way back to January 25, but realistically, we won't get this sorted until summer.
Yeah.
June.
Right.
Yeah, so that for me was more of a focus, and then going into the new year as well, it looked like they'd have
Yeah.
additional capacity,
Right.
so. Okay, we're gonna go on an 11 on that.
So they were awarded 5 points for economic development bonus points. For volume of work, they scored a 0. For past performance, they scored a 5. That brings them to a total of 94.
Okay, we're gonna move on to WGI, give us a second to just pull that. Because we're all in there. trying to-
Yeah.
When I stopped here for a bit, like, reasons noted that they want scores, so.
Yeah, me too. I just had to go look back and fresh my mind a little more. There we go. Now we look at.
Okay, I gave them 27.
This is for ability of firm for WGI,
Ability of firm and its professional personnel, yes.
and this is for WGI.
WGI, correct. Reference checks were completed. It is still spinning, loading, so I don't want to speak before I pull it up, but I do believe that we had did not meet expectations reference check, WGI. But answer PDF is gonna be problems, so. What did you guys give in terms of score? I know,
You gave them a 30 on that one.
a 30? You gave them a 30, okay.
And then, again, they have a team which have experience and the length of experience, so it's pretty based on the same.
Yeah. There we go. Now look, okay, it stops spinning back and forth. Yeah, that was part of it was the experience. The lead experience. I did notice that there was a lot of FDOT projects listed
Yeah,
in the relevant experience portion of it.
and we can talk about that on A2.
Right. But I was gonna say, just at that point, I did notice that, but there was a lot of experience with it. But there was a lot of that. So this is the few,
Yeah. I'll come up. You gave them a 30, Newton?
Yeah.
What'd you give them?
I give it 30 also.
Okay, I'll meet you guys at a 30, but I want to talk more about, the reference check and the firm's experience with project size. That's okay. Okay, we'll meet at a 30. All right, firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type. Like you said, there were a lot of FDOT projects, but they did submit some parks projects. I did receive a recommendation when performing my recommendations that they did not meet expectations. And they would not be considered for future work and they would only minimally recommend them to Hillsborough County. So that's probably what played a little bit into mine, but I guess let me go in and we'll go through the scores first. I give him a 27.
Actually, I think so.
I actually gave them a 30 again, so.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying on there. When I looked at the scope of work on there, there was parks
Mhm.
projects listed on there. Which were larger scale park projects and smaller scale park projects listed on there, but I think some of that also may have been some of the subs. And you
Mhm.
handle a lot of those too. It's a whole scope of work. with it,
Yeah.
So.
From my discussions, it did appear to be a sub under WGI. So I'd be willing to come up,
I think you guys down into the 28.
let's do it 28 if you're good with
Yeah,
that.
I think you guys down to 28.
Okay.
Like I said, there was park projects in there and a bunch of scale ones as well.
Right. Firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements. I gave them a 12.
Give them total also.
Okay.
11.
Is there a reason?
No, I mean, again, these are pretty average. I mean,
Same.
they show good strategies in the proposals, all of them do.
Yeah.
But, again, you question some of them.
Mhm. Would you be willing to meet us at a 12?
Yes.
Right? Affect the firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them an 11.
I gave them 10.
Well, we have 12.
Well, I was just looking at the need reports.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking more from January onwards. That's.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the capacity we have right now. I'm like, okay, but I don't really see like when that capacity load is discharging there, because it's just like
Yeah,
a lot of capacity, but one of these projects finishing up. That's,
yeah,
this is basically our load. This is available for personnel over the next 1 year period. So if they're 75, 65, 75, 75.
it would have been nice to see that visual again.
Well, just understanding that, maybe 6 months, 7 months from now, that was more like a 45 because
Yeah.
it dropped off. So that's why.
All right, I'll meet you at a 10 then. Would you be okay with that then? Okay,
Yes, I know, I'm sorry. I didn't do it with verbal, I just was not in. Thank you.
Okay. For economic development, bonus points, WGI was awarded 5 points. For volume of work, they were awarded 5 points. For past performance, they were awarded 3 points. That gives them a total score of 9-3.
we can start at least. Ability of, this is for WJA.
While they protect some of the architects.
Thank you for saying that. I was afraid I'm gonna butcher that first one. Ability of firm and its professional personnel. I gave them a 32. I thought that their personnel had worked on a wide variety of parks projects, master plans, piers, athletic facilities, recreation centers, and standard parks. To me, it was everything we do. So I give them a 32.
Okay, 31.
I have 32 as well.
32.
Come on.
32.
32.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the list of what's there. There's a lot of experience. It's not be that.
What?
It's not be just trying to get down the road. I haven't go past it.
Yeah, I will.
Also, like, we have consultant teams which have experience.
They have a great team. I was impressed with the team for sure. Okay. For firms experienced with projects of a similar size and type, I gave them a 27.
I give 30.
31.
Okay.
I didn't come down, I might have been high, but there was definitely a lot of projects in there in the
There-
list shown that were
Mm-hmm.
along types of things that we're gonna consider going.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But
I would have liked to see a couple more projects referenced in the next, or in the past, like 5 years. They did provide a decent amount, but a lot of them were
Right.
were older projects, but then they had, some really great recent ones on there. This is the firm that had Julie Lane, right?
Those are,
And then the Pasco,
that's the wiregrass one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come up. What did you give again?
I was at 30 over you.
31.
Over you.
I was at 27. I'll come up to 31 though.
I think they're on 31.
Newton,
Mhm.
you missed at 31. Okay. Right, firm's willingness. Ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 12. I mean, same thing like Newt was saying previously. They, showed good strategy, seemed to have a decent understanding on how to keep things on schedule and within budget.
I forget it was at 12 also.
Well,
Okay. All right. Affect the firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 12.
I was at 11.
Okay.
I think there's 12 on the design, looking at it, seeing maybe we all talked about would be, later this year, going into next year, things going to be like a lot. Yeah, I think it's 12.
Okay. And the only reason why I didn't give them higher is because a lot of the projects were showing completion of around December. And so for me, I'm like, ooh, we're gonna have projects before then for sure. And us, man, we sign it and we're like, let's go. So, but I think 12 is good. Other than that, they show they have decent capacity.
Criteria 1 at 32. Criteria 2 at a 31. Criteria 3 and 4 at a score of 12. Economic development bonus points, they were awarded 5 points. For volume work, they were awarded 5 points. Past performance, they were awarded 3 points. That gives them a total score of 100 flat. Next on my list is Osborne.
Okay. Yes. I gave them, ability of firm and its professional personnel. I gave them a 29 because they had a lot of experience with sports complexes. I thought that was great. We're always doing work on sports complexes. And for,
Yeah, I gave them 30 for a lot of the same reasons.
okay.
I gave them 29, which is more than some of the about previous ones we discussed, because they're a multi-office company. And sometimes that may be a little tricky for us.
Yeah.
So, they have Florida office in Orlando and St. Pete, which is good, I mean, at least, so close by.
I can go down to 29 on one. I was looking at their flow chart of the project managers were and where they were listed located. So I was trying to, figure out, okay, who would be the point of contact proximity to us.
Right.
So, but yeah, I can do 29, actually, it's 29.
Okay, 29. That's good. Okay, for firms experienced with projects of a similar size and type, I gave them a 32. Again, same thing. I thought they had really nice experience with sports complexes. And I don't know if you saw that St. Johns County project. That was really nice. That's stuff that I can see. Yeah, nice planning. I can see us doing things like that. I mean, it looks like some of our existing projects too. So I gave them a 32.
I give them 30 also.
I gave them 30, but I won't.
Okay. Or we can meet at 31. I don't know.
That's fine, 32.
32, okay.
And part of it too is that there was both vertical and horizontal construction.
Mm-hmm.
There was high skill, lower skill technology wise, and a lot of these projects, look as though they got more than what we need.
Right.
And so it's like they could really just scale down for the trucks.
We see ourselves getting a couple of sports complexes then.
Exactly, yeah. For potentially flooding.
Firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 12. Also, I mean, a lot of these, it was the same thing, as long as you're showing a decent understanding of budget and scheduling, nothing super spoke out to me.
Yeah, and I did 12 also.
Here's the 11, but I'm
Okay. Effect of firm's recent, current, and projected workload, I gave them a 10. Similar to what you said earlier, Jason, I like that they showed the percent of availability, but they didn't break out the timeline.
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually gave them a 12, but they did just see that they're, under 50% with almost everybody, but what's that duration? So I can come down.
I gave them 11 and again, that probably is my thinking of multi-office thing. But they'll have it's projecting that what they show is worth 12. I'm gonna get 12.
You had 10, right?
I gave 10.
Oh, okay.
I can go, I get 12, 11 works for me.
Okay, let's do 11.
Yeah, again, it's the same thing as looking at, the capacity, but what is that capacity? What's the range really?
Software engineering, criteria 1, I have a score of +9. Criteria 2, 32, criteria 3, 12, criteria 4, 11. For economic development, they were awarded 0 points. For volume of work, they were awarded 5 points. For past performance, they were awarded 3 points. That's a total score of 92. I have good windows.
Okay, good one. Ability of firm and its professional personnel, I gave them a 30.
I did also.
I gave them 29 and about the same reason, multi-office, that
Yeah.
kind of scares me sometimes, but could be beneficial.
Yeah. I thought their team had
And
extensive
extensive experience.
experience, yeah. Okay, can we meet at 30? Sure. Reference checks were completed. Okay, firms experience with projects of a similar size and type, I actually gave them a 33. I thought they showed a lot of good similar projects and larger scale parks projects. I like that they put their firm's role. Some of the 2 big ones, City of Anderson and Fayetteville City Center Master Plan, they were primes on. And same thing, we're doing larger scale projects like that. But then they had a mix of some smaller projects. Also, so I gave them a 33. I thought the proposal was great for that.
Yeah, I gave them a 32.
I gave them 30 because there was less Florida projects. So,
Okay.
less projects in the region.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of their projects were in Georgia, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so what did you give them again?
30.
30?
I mean, it's all relevant projects they're showing there.
But it's nice to have experience in Hillsborough County and Florida.
I mean, in the region.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was until.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I could come down to a 31. Or 32.
yeah, well,
Again, relevance is there.
right,
Yeah.
As
yeah.
the project type goes. So yeah, I'm okay with 31.
I can go with 31, because I mean, I know, in some of these projects, the types of projects, I mean, there's definitely plenty of vertical construction here.
Right, and they also did like, portions,
Yes, yeah.
like we do sometimes.
Well, like the renovation projects here, it's not, so yeah, I can go 31 on it, that's not the problem.
Firm's willingness and ability to meet scheduling and budget requirements. I gave them a 13.
I actually give it a 12.
Okay.
Give them 11, but I'm okay. Go up to 12.
Do we want to meet at 12?
Works,
Okay.
12 works. Instead just nodding.
We do appreciate consenting sometimes.
Effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them an 11, only because I liked the visual representation of the team, but I don't know if it was just me, but it was a little bit more difficult for me to
Right.
read on that. Like, it took me a second. It felt like I was deciphering a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
At first I thought they were all the same, and then I kind of noticed some differences in them.
Right.
I would have liked to seen it.
Standard project with showing like.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, it goes back to like the same thing, like you can see that the percent availability, 40% availability, but when is that? Is it
yeah,
like by the time of awarding, I read 45, if I were to read more, I mean, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
So,
and another thing is like, it doesn't matter on our end if it's other projects or internal operations, either it's availability or not. So I would have liked to see it broken down a little more Barney style, as my dad calls it.
So would you say you were, what were you, Sam?
I was an 11.
I was at 12, but I can go on that one.
I actually have 11.
Okay, can you be at 11, Jason?
Yeah, I can go on
You did on that?
Yeah, record check completed.
Economic development points for Google Mills, no points awarded, 0. Final work was a 5. Past performance was a 3. Total score of 92.
All right. Okay, for Hefner Architects, ability of firm and its professional personnel, I give them a 33.
I gave him 31.
33. Yeah, I mean, reference check.
Reference checks,
Solid.
solid,
Yeah.
good reference checks.
The team has,
Mhm.
good number of personnel, and in the proposal, it shows that how each of them are involved in
Yeah.
what capacity.
Yes.
That was very clear on that proposal.
Yeah, you definitely have, I mean, obviously the body of work and it was fine, and my information was good too. I can come up to 32 on that one easily. Are you guys dead set on 33?
I can come to 32. Yeah, I mean, I thought their team had great experience.
Yeah. I mean,
Thought that they had a solid sub team.
And as far as the projects, it's like a mix of, okay. They have vertical experience, quite strong. If we go that way, but also site team is, the sub-consultants for site and civil is very much what they're versed with. This will come,
Yeah.
that is another thing. That's why I need that extra.
if you,
I can give you guys a 33 on this one. I can't, because as I'm going back to my notes, looking at my notes here, that is a lot of that with the sub team that has a lot of that experience as well. So I think you guys are 33 on this one.
okay. 33. Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type. I mean, I gave them a 34. They referenced a bunch of Hillsborough County projects, and some of them are past, some of them are existing. Are we allowed to reference?
They submitted those projects, in that proposal there.
Oh, so example of a project can be discussed.
Yeah, if they submitted it in that proposal, it just, we
If it
can find to
is-
talk about,
It is in.
But can the project be discussed?
only as far as what was provided.
Yeah,
Okay,
only pertaining to the proposal.
okay,
And if they provided you a reference person, you contacted that reference person, you can see what they said.
okay. Well, yeah, I conducted reference checks on the person that they provide as a reference for, the Veterans Project, spoke very highly of them. So, yeah, I gave them a 34, but I could meet you guys.
I do the 32.
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of these projects in here are local projects that, have had good success in there as well. So
Mhm.
Keep them 32 here because, depending on what we look for from our side, right? I mean, that they are great with all the vertical we've done with them, and they have demonstrated in this. But as far as even tiny work, I've seen the paid attention to the details, like,
Yeah.
I can meet a little higher than what they do.
Can we meet it 33?
What were you, Jason?
32.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, about 34.
Yeah, I can do 32 or 33.
What's the 33 then? If everybody's okay, of course.
Yeah, I can do 33.
For firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 12.
Me too,
Well, also.
actually.
Okay.
Because again, projects which are in the proposal.
Yeah.
And seen that. Oops. I'm okay. I just lost the spreadsheet. Yeah, there it is. Sorry.
Okay. Well, effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload, I gave them a 12 also. They gave good representation. It seems like they have high availability starting July, August, which is probably when we get up and running on some of our projects.
I gave them 11 because it looked like the availability was more along the lines of December, January, February.
Mhm.
So it's hard to a lot of availability and a lot of subs.
Yeah,
But towards the top of it, it's a little more heavy right now.
I give them 12 because going back to their section 1, how they have the fallback of each other.
yes, yeah.
So that's why I gave them 12 under that. Again, these two columns, these two sections are based on the proposals.
Right. I can go up to 12.
Okay.
Okay, Edgar Architects received 5 points from economic development bonus point. They received 4 points from volume of work. And they received 5 points from past performance. It gives them a total score of 104.
Next, we have the LUS plus.
And we feel good plus and collaboration team.
We have plus PKSB. Okay. Ability of firm and its professional personnel, 27. That's what I gave them. I would have liked to see staff have a little bit more experience directly with parks, but the team had a good size. Another thing that I noted, I made a note about Florida offices. Did you make that say no? Yeah. I should have made my note clearer, but how many are in Florida? I may have been asking about how many employees. Sorry, guys. Okay, initially I gave them a 27.
I gave him a 29. And that was because there was some experience there. There was concern about the bill on the structure of who was in charge of what and how, when doing the org chart. It looked, that made it wrong. It looked like it was more least experienced person running the project, so there was doing the oversight check in. I mean, again, experience is all over the one. I will put it on the same time, not working the org chart.
Yeah, same, I gave them 27, they are a bigger company and affiliation, and considering what they demonstrated in the proposal for the team, which is dedicated for our projects, I think. So they have more experienced people in the.
Yeah.
That's what I was noticing too. Yeah, I hear that. That's what I was trying to get this down on this one, yeah. Yeah, it looked like a team that was dedicated to, and the less experienced, the team that was overall as part of the company, so.
What did you give them again, Jason?
I give it 29. I'll come down to 28 on this one. You guys are okay with coming after you guys?
Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type, I actually gave them a 1. Did you give them, Jason?
28. I thought there was some large scale projects in here that were, well, okay, no, I say that. I did see 20, there was a lot of road construction, but a lot of construction was residential.
That's it.
And that's what, I did mark 3 on my score, so I'm not changing that on there, but I did notice with a lot of vertical construction
Yeah,
with some park experience.
some park experience, yeah, but a lot of residential. I don't know,
I mean, it was the school, it was the community center, there was a lot of good vertical construction in there, which is probably the reason why it's 428, because these are large scale vertical construction projects. And there was also some master planning in there as well. But yeah, it did a lot of residential.
yeah,
I give them 24, again, residential is dominant in the proposal. And with some exception of relevant projects, again, out of Florida, work is shown a lot, so.
you gave them a what, Jason?
28. Yeah, but I can come down to 26. Well, and the only reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of out of Florida work on here. But there is a lot of like large scale master planning projects in here, and there is residential. So it's a mix of having, school requirements, park and recreation requirements, residential requirements. And these aren't small residential, these are quite large houses and complexes. So there is some intricacies of design in there. So I'm, like I said, like paired with the Fountain Park view in the front of it, there, to me, I can go down to, like I say, go down to 26 or 25 for most.
Mr. Peterson?
Take a 20. I'll come up a little bit. I think that vertical construction experience is really nice, but it's not, I would say, the main focus of our parks projects, at least as it is right now. I mean, we have a few vertical builds, but it's not overall what we necessarily have in our own master plan for parks as well. So I'll come up. I'd meet you guys at like a 24.
Actually, 24 is what I got.
So forward.
Okay.
Seven, 28, Richard.
Yes. Right. For firms owning this ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 12. I mean, it's same thing for me. I hate it. I sound like a broken record, but as long as they've demonstrated some sort of understanding on how to keep things on schedule, they put some of the software that they use.
Yeah, 12 is fine, that's what I found.
I had 11, but 12 is okay.
Okay. Okay. Last one, effective firms' recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 5. Gave them a 5. What did you give them, Jason?
I gave it 6.
Yeah, because I mean, really honestly, the reason I didn't score it lower is on the evaluation criteria, it says does not have sufficient available personnel to complete services. I mean, they showed us their team. We know they have a team, but they didn't show us any kind of workload commitments, any kind of availability. It was like they showed again projects.
And I think they did not quite, get the, what was required to be shown in the proposal.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they have the experience in the first section, which we know. And then in the fourth section, they probably are saying it differently, showing
Yeah.
what projects we're working on. I mean, I'm okay to keep them in the first, first level.
Yeah.
6 and 13, so 7, 8. But
What did you give them, Jason, first?
I gave him 6, but, that's
I
their level.
I want to stay at a 5 because 6, I mean, look at the criteria.
Yeah,
Has adequate time. They have available personnel. We've seen it.
We
We
saw
have
some
no
adequate
commitment
time.
on time.
I give him 5.
okay.
Right.
Plus LLC, criteria 128, criteria 224, criteria 312, criteria 4, 5. They were awarded 0 points by economic development. They were awarded 5 points for volume of work and 3 points for past performance. That gives them a total score of 77.
Performance, recommendation.
Yes.
What was the total?
The total was 77. Now we're a bit over halfway done, which you guys like to take a 5-minute break, or should I take?
Yeah, of course.
I want to turn off the camera and mute the mic. The meeting is paused until we return. Okay, we're back. Thank you. We'll be continuing the evaluation committee for RPS 25-000-21 Miscellaneous Parks Day Services. The next firm I have on our list is Olson LaVoy Corporation.
Ability firm and its professional personnel, I gave them a 27. I thought their team had a lot of parks experience, specifically when it came to recreation centers. And they had a lot of pickleball experience also, which is a good thing for us.
And he's in page 20 minutes.
Give them 29, and it's lower than some of the others because their team, the consultants, they don't have at least the Hillsborough County experience. I mean, that team will be new. I mean, which is not a bad thing, but that they don't have county experience. And of course, this firm does not have demonstrated, if I'm not wrong, the local experience, like right around here. They have Orlando, they have, but that is not doing anything minus, but only the concern was consulting being the brand new.
So 27,
I had 29.
28.
28, you want me at 28? I'm okay to do that.
That's 28. Thank you. All right.
Someone he doesn't have a problem speaking up. So.
It's true. And shut up.
Okay. Firms experience with projects of a similar size and type. I gave them a 22.
Actually, it's 30.
I gave them 32. That's what 30 as well, not 32.
Okay. I can come up.
Well, let's discuss why you provided a 22.
Yeah.
I gave a 22 because I saw a lot of the vertical construction. I would have liked to see a little bit more master planning, a little bit more just overall parks planning experience. But I was probably a little harsh. I mean, looking at the evaluation criteria now, that is fairly low.
I can also understand, it was meant from the conservation side of things. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I
Well, I mean,
can understand
they had a kayak launch, we're all about kayak launches and conservation, so,
that.
okay. I can meet you guys at like a 29. You okay with that?
The pickleballs and all that is so relevant. That's why he's maybe that would be great, but it's not.
I can come up to 30.
I would be more comfortable with 30.
Okay, let's do 30. Okay, for willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 12 again.
Yeah, cool.
12.
Effect of firm's recent, current, and projected workload, I gave them a 13.
I give it 12.
You gave them a 12, okay.
I gave them 12 too, but I see it can go to 14.
Yeah, I gave them a 13 just because they showed the completion date, but also the time commitment of the employees on each of those projects, which I thought was really nice.
Right, yeah, no, that definitely is nice to see the breakdown.
Yeah.
So I can roll up to 13.
Okay,
There's plenty of capacity on there, what they're showing.
okay.
The criteria 1 for Olson LaVoy, I have 28. For criteria 2, I have 30. Criteria 3, I have 12. Criteria 4, 13. Economic development bonus point, 5. Volume of work, 5. Past performance, 3. Full score, 96.
Robert Jolly, okay. Ability of firm and its professional personnel. I gave them a 33. Great Hillsborough County experience. I thought the team was great. A lot of their staff had experience with turf projects, master planning, things like that.
I gave him a 31 for a lot of the same reasons.
I gave them 33 and the reason same thing, demonstrates Florida staff. Because they are also bigger company, but they show their team like in local jurisdictions. Seems a good organization chart for our county projects. They have demonstrated an extensive relevant experience, really extensive. So 33 was my score.
You gave them a 31, Jason?
I did give him a 31, yeah. And I'm getting blown up here with teams messages, so I'm losing my notes every time. So I apologize. But I can go, I mean, again, lots of experience, projects that they've shown on here, very, park oriented, lots of different breakdowns, different projects, different organizations, all do it before. So I could go up to 33 on this one. I just was scoring through there and I didn't have my notes 31, but there is definitely a lot of that. There was some notes in here on one of the individuals having completed a lot of projects with a previous firm.
And aren't they also showing the turf fields and all that?
They are showing turf fields on here, they're showing master plans, they're showing large scales as well as small scale projects. So I can roll up to 33 on this one.
Okay. All right, firms experience with projects of a similar size and type. I also gave them a 33. I think it's important to note that their references came back as exceeded expectations consistently. So that was good to hear. And same thing, a lot of their references, stadium expansion, lacrosse facility, field conversions, things like that. Those are all things that we're doing on the sports side. So.
Yeah, I give them a 32 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I gave them 32 because, they have vertical construction rights, they have demonstrated a lot. Multiple sports complexes are shown too. What I didn't see was sports master planning, but, we don't need to have everything. Easily shown, but I have for parts of the parks shown in here too, so that was my 32 was my score.
Right, yeah.
I can do a 32.
Yeah, 32 are, so like you said, vertical construction, you're quite through vertical construction projects, both the private as well as public, so.
Sports, that's what I think we may be, I don't know. We get all sorts of projects,
We've
so,
always
yeah.
got sports projects, we have so many fields, and there's lots of renovations coming up.
Seems like in the experience section. Resume.
Yes,
Okay, so are we settling at 32 on that?
yes.
Okay. Firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements. I actually gave them a 13 on that. I really liked their breakdown. I thought it stood out to me with the budget control measures, schedule control measures. I also liked that they had a section on accelerating project schedules because some of that stuff can be done to keep projects moving, to avoid the lull that we get in when we're doing, like, say, for example, they were talking about concurrent work order packages. Those are things we do now to keep projects moving. So I like that they called that out. Again, I gave them a 13.
Yeah, I think originally 12, but I'm okay to go to 13.
Yeah, 12 was my original score as well, but I can roll it 13.
Affect a firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 12. They showed, a good visual breakdown. And same thing, a lot of availability coming this late summer, fall.
I gave him a 12 also. Definitely a lot more capacity in the contract and the subs than in the principals at the top, but, yeah, I gave him a 12 as well.
I give them 12 as well.
So we agree with well.
Yes.
Better job. Ability of firm, criteria 1, 33. Criteria 2, 32. Criteria 3, 13. Criteria 4, 12. For economic development bonus points, they were awarded 5 points. Volume of work, they were awarded 0 points. For past performance, they were awarded 3 points. There's a total score of 98.
Next, we had Collier's Engineering.
It's kind of a little
Yeah,
bit.
our business spinning also. So.
It's trying, it's stuck.
Those are large. So.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. It's just different proposal. I'm just, spinning it up. Which is a game of those scores.
We're making good time. Give it a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's just saying it's fine. It's a second. So, just teasing it. We're on volume.
Collier, yep.
I'm up now. Okay.
Okay. I gave them a 27. They seem to have a good team, a good list of subs. I would have liked to see more parks experience. It seems like certain members of their team had more parks experience. And then others, there was some FDOT projects, things like that. So I felt comfortable with the 27. Everyone seemed qualified though.
I actually gave it 25.
Okay. Good.
I give them 28, and again, their experience is more on engineering side, and they don't have Hillsborough County experience demonstrated much.
Okay. Jason.
Yeah, that was a lot of reason too. I saw a lot of the engineering side of things. I didn't see a lot of the Hillsborough County side. When it came to stuff, I did see some key projects and, grading sensor sedimentary beach, things like that. And obviously large scale projects that seem to be more residential subdivision type projects.
Yeah.
Which again, that's a lot of great engineering stuff on that side, but I just wasn't, I wasn't exactly sure on the overall projects that we come to parks design. So that's why I'm at 25. What were you?
27.
28.
I can come up to 27 on it, because there is some large scale projects, like, projects that include a lot of complexity to them. So I can come up to 27 on that. That works for you.
Okay. Yeah.
So 27.
Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type. Okay, I actually gave them a 23 on this. And the reason why is I felt like they referenced a couple smaller projects. Some of them were a little bit more conservation, which isn't a bad thing, but a little bit more water-based. I just felt like they could have shown stronger projects for us. And then they had 2 like overarching on-call as well, which is fine, but I would have liked to see some larger projects.
Yeah, I gave it a score of 21.
I think that 27, again, I mean, it's the same reason they have strong engineering side. That could be beneficial for some of our work, but they didn't show too much of design.
Yeah.
And, projects kind of relevant project, like there's a small playground here and there and an analysis project in there. But yeah, so 27 was my score.
I could come up to a 24 or 25. They did have some, strong projects. I just, you submit like a larger project that is more in line with what we're doing and things like that. And then a project like the Rocky Creek Playground improvements, that was such a small project that's great, but I don't know what stood out about that project. They would include it in the proposal.
Yeah, and there is definitely a lot in engineering or photos. There are tons of engineering. I hear what's going on. And a lot of that's great. And there definitely were some references back to different types of miscellaneous contracts and studies done. I can go 24.
What was your score? Originally?
Originally it's 21.
I was at 22, but I could do 24. All right, firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements. I was at a 12 again. Same thing, yeah.
I was actually at a 10. Just a little bit of parents with the photos. I just was trying to get the all these look very similar, as you said earlier. They did have a breakdown there, the budget control and the types of communication and handle with and reporting done. So I can roll mine up to the 12, but I didn't have to originally.
We could do 12 or we could meet at 11.
12 is fine.
Okay. Each effect of firms' recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them an 11. I would have liked to see a breakdown availability for subs.
Yeah, I was 11 also, for the same reason.
I was 10, but I didn't put it.
Okay.
Criteria 1 for colors, 27. Criteria 2, 24. Criteria 3, 12. Criteria 4, 11. Economic development bonus points, 5. Final work, 5. Past performance, 4. Total score, 88. You have CPH consulting next.
So we got the city.
Yeah, I already had that much open in
The fields of your office.
I actually had that be above it, now we're just spinning.
Planned ahead.
I did, yeah. I loaded it up.
You are not rewarded.
No, like click, come on, do something.
That's all right. You have 2 hours for 3 more proposals.
Only.
We can take our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
So, okay,
Yeah, just so you non-responding.
you're fine.
You show me the close saying I'm on. So
Chancellor.
Just getting the other thing. Just the cases.
Yes, the part 2 tomorrow is only if we did not get to all of these today.
Oh, okay.
So if we finish them, we will not need to return.
all right, Chair, I'm up and running now.
Are you? Well, thank goodness.
About time to go back together.
All right, so this is for CPH. Ability of firm and its professional personnel. I gave them a 28.
I gave them the 29.
I give them 28, and that is lower than some of the others I've given us because of our organization and how multi-office limits the actual access
Mm,
to.
Right, yeah.
mm.
But But 28 still is in the third from top, right?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, what I mean is, in the rubric, it's quite high.
Right. Yeah, I had, looking at some of the types of key projects listed that they've worked on, have lots of complexity to them and kind of slid into what we were possibly looking for, with some of the different types of projects, but that's why I listed them at 29. But I do see your point about the multi-offices.
But that probably, I mean, it's based on some experience, but it could be beneficial, but it's not relevant yet. It's not evident yet, I'm sorry. So,
I feel comfortable with 29.
yeah. Yeah.
Should come up with 29.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Firms experience with projects of a similar size and type. I actually gave them a 30. I liked, for one, I thought their project list was good. They have a nice master plan project. I also liked how they broke it out with the similarities to scope.
Right.
That visual
Check chart.
representation is so nice. And I love that, you know, they have all that government experience. Because honestly, we all know that working with the government is its own beast, you know, working with cities, counties and stuff. And it's, to me, very important that they have some of that experience to understand the benefits, but the complexities also.
No, and I completely agree with you, and I gave them 30 also, the checklist, the government, having shown working with the local municipal governments is very, very nice.
Right.
Yeah. 30.
Okay, great. Next, firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements. Even an 11. Honestly, I mean, and I felt like it was a lot of words, but not really anything actually demonstrated to show how they can keep things on schedule within budget.
Yeah,
So
so
nothing's about,
that I got 11.
okay.
So all these scores kind of fluctuate between 11 and 10.
Yeah.
So,
Right, yeah, I had a 12, but when I was reading this, all the same things you were talking about is, I could go to 11.
Okay. Okay. Effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them a 6. Did you guys, am I missing something? Because I did not see anything that clearly laid that out. Right?
let's see, yes, we don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about CPH, right?
I had it at 12, because I was looking at
What are you looking at?
I was looking at the bar chart of capacity. And,
Where? What page is that?
You have page 49.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what's that?
I completely missed that page. Okay, you guys do your score real quick.
12.
Yeah, mine's
You
12.
gave them a 12.
I think, like we said before, when it gets down to when this contract will actually hit the ground running, their capacity falls right in line with that, so.
My only question again is the proposal shows it fine and may now clear the 12 and everything, but access to that person and access to is my question, but that's why I couldn't score them.
Right, yeah, availability or easy access.
Easy access.
Easy access, yeah.
I could meet at a 12 too. I mean, just based on what I'm seeing is, I like that it shows percentage available. And then it kind of gives that visual representation of the workload, but it doesn't give it per person. It's nice to see the individual and what their capacity will look like, because, you know, maybe the capacity is higher on, you know, I'll meet you guys at the 12 though.
So that's what it is.
Okay.
CPH consulting, criteria 1, 29, criteria 2, 30, Criteria 3, 11. Criteria 4, 12. Economic development bonus points, 5. Line of work, 5. Past performance, 3. Total score, 9, 5. Associates.
I'll just get it started going here. I gave him a 28.
I gave him a 30 on the first part. I just still trying to out.
Just for clarification, we're talking about ability of firm and its professional personnel.
Mhm.
So you gave him a 28, you gave him a 30.
I give them 30.
You give them 30 as well.
Of experience.
Yeah.
We have is like 18 years, 33 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they had a good team, decent staff size, level of experience was great. I can come up with 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Firm's experience with projects of a similar size and type, I gave them a 30. They referenced a bunch of Hillsborough County projects, some large ones, fire stations. Comfortable with the 30.
I give them 29 because the demonstrated projects are then based on proposal more of their house type. Even though they are Hillsborough County, which is less, but they are more their house type.
You would like to see more.
Or what we are looking for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and that was part of it too, is that you had a lot of projects that were not necessarily just parks projects. So
and there are box projects, but there are more.
right,
Yeah,
right, and that's part of it. I mean, obviously, there's, code laws listed on there.
Yeah,
and,
code.
there's boardwalks and stuff. But the vertical was fire station, and then it was, our maintenance facilities, which, are great, which are great projects. They, wonderful fun projects, but so I had actually used this for 30 also. That was,
I'm okay with 30. I mean, I had 29 to start with.
I think that we should do a 29 for them, just because, like Jason was saying, I mean, on the evaluation criteria, that section says most of the scope of services provided were similar. So I think it's fair to be at a 29.
no, it's me.
All right, firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them an 11.
I gave a 12 on this one. Again, they listed out how they're gonna get things done, what they're gonna do with it, and basically just the way the program was gonna work for their project.
I give them 12 because of the clarity of the document.
Yeah.
That's why I gave them an 11. I can be bumped up to a 12. Guys want to do that?
Yeah, we go.
Want to do 11? Okay. Okay. Effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload, I gave them an 11.
Give them a 10, but looking at it, I put it as a
On associates, criteria 1, 30. Criteria 2, 29. Criteria 3, 11. Criteria 4, 11. Economic development bonus points, 5. Volume of work, 0. Past performance, 4. Total score, 9, 9, 0.
9-0. I thought I heard 990. I was like, wow.
Yes,
Man.
Lewis, right on with yourself.
they just steep curve.
The last
on it.
Okay, ability of firm and its professional personnel, I gave them a 28.
I gave them a 30. They have lots of experience and a lot of projects that Parks has got going on or would have going on projected, so I give it 30.
I gave 33 for what, because level of experience from all people who they have listed. And the number, the chart they have, the typical chart,
Yeah.
that also shows number of architects and the team, the sub-consultant team. With a lot of experience about what kind of projects we do. So I give them 33 on that.
What was yours again?
30. Try.
I could come up to a 31. I would have liked to see a little bit larger of a team, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a team with a lot of experience. I can do 31 on it. If you read or are you still filming?
No, I could do 31.
31.
All right, firms experience with projects of a similar size and type, I gave them a 27. They had great projects, kind of similar to what we were saying. With the last one is they weren't all parks projects. Some of them were fire stations and roof replacements and things like that. More so what we're going to be looking at is master plans and park planning, things like that. Not so much renovations and things. I give it 27.
I'd actually give them a 30 just because of the residential construction intensity, but I also see what you're saying about, there's a lot of warehouse and roof replacements and there's ADA in here and some other stuff, but I do understand what you're saying.
Too, because they show vertical, they show county experience. So relevance to county is good. Relevance to parks is good for a few projects that are showing, which is the nature station, for many things we do. And ADA is a project that people but they still did a good job on that and apparently on that for the demonstration. And also Keystone was one of the
Keystone, I saw that, yeah.
project, which is parks peculiar project. So that's my favorite too, but if there's a vast difference.
30. That was a 30. What were you at?
It's a 27. I can come up again. It's the same thing. I would have liked to see some stronger projects.
And again, your point of view is important to the county.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, the ADA is another thing, they're all of these things.
Yeah.
So,
And like you said, that is a beast. I know it seems kind of small, but there's a lot you need to know about, the code and the different requirements. So that's nice
It's
experience.
fragmented over farms, so willingness to do that and also demonstrated there, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little tentative, so I can go 31.
What are you at? Norton?
I had 32, but I'm okay.
Okay, I'll meet you guys at 31. For firms' willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, I gave them a 13. Yeah, I liked it. Did you guys see in there that they said they have,
Demonstrated how they did it.
Yeah.
Unless I missed it.
And they put in there too, that they've consistently achieved project construction costs within 3% of the owner's budget. That was nice to see as well.
Yeah, I had them at 12, but there was a better breakdown than a lot of the other ones I heard for change.
Degree 13.
Okay. Effective firm's recent, current, and projected workload. I gave them an 11. I thought it could have been cleaner. I thought that, I liked that the quarter breakdown was there. That was nice, but that first projected workload, the graph,
Those are
from difficult to read, and it went from January 2025 to February 2025.
yeah, it was doing, I don't know if it was a typo or what. it
Or-
was.
Yeah, maybe it was, as it goes to, yeah, I don't know what that was, so.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm okay with 11.
Yeah, little, hello.
Okay.
Provide architecture. Criteria 1, 31. Criteria 2, 31. Criteria 3, 13. Criteria 4, 11. Criteria 5, oh, not criteria 5. Economic development bonus points, 5 points. Volume of work, 0. Past performance, 5. Total score, 96. We'll read out all final scores here in 1 second. Rank 1, 104 points, Hefner Architects. Rank 2, 100 points, Wanamaker Vincent. Rank 3, 98 points, Harvard Jolly. Tied for 4 with 96 points, Olson Lavoie and Wilder Architecture. Rank 6, 95 points, CPH Consulting. Rank 7, 94 points, Fleischer and Garcia. Rank 8, 93 points, WGI. Tied for rank 9, 92 points, Osborne Engineering and Goodwin Mills Cable. Rank 11, 90 points, Long and Associates. Rank 12, 88 points, Colliers Engineering and Design. Rank 13, 81 points, Globetrotters Engineering Corporation. Rank 14, 77 points, Plus LLC. Please monitor Bonfire for future updates about this solicitation. That now concludes the evaluation committee meeting. Thank you.